Now, so why is gratitude so important? Well, gratitude is essentially a relationship of justice within an order of things. If being ungrateful is not knowing what you owe, to who you owe it, and what is owed to you. Being ungrateful is being oblivious to your place in relation to everything else. So the the moral value of gratitude is, to put it quite bluntly, is that you know your place. What do we call knowing your place? We call it humility. So it is not a humility where you pretend to be shy when someone praises you, but it is humility in its true ethical sense, that you simply don't exist heedless to who gave you what you have and what you owe for what you have. Without gratitude, mercy and compassion become a choice, not an obligation. Without gratitude, you simply decide to be kind whenever it befits you to be kind. But with proper gratitude, you understand that it is justice that obligates you to mercy and compassion. If you do not treat others as you would like to be treated, you are being unjust. Well, without the true understanding of the philosophical place of gratitude, you think that it is up to you whether to be, I feel like being kind, I don't feel like being kind. That is precisely the contractual obligation that the Fatiha doesn't want. It is not up to you. You come to this existence, you enjoy things all the time, from the time you're born to the time you leave. You enjoy things that you use, that you rely on, everything from the very fact of consciousness, the very fact that your brain, and how do we know that you enjoy what you enjoy? Because Allah has allowed for the contrast to exist. So how do we know that eyesight is a blessing? Because Allah allowed for blindness to exist. So we know what it would be if you didn't have eyesight. How do we know that using logic is a blessing? Because Allah has allowed for the absence of logic to exist. And you can see the results of someone who does not have intellectual faculties. Now, Allah will reward for those who needed to act as the contrasts. Allah will reward, the justice dictates, so that those who paid the price for the contrast on this earth might very well be the envy in the hereafter. But that is exactly why the principle of Ma'ad, the principle that it is not all about this life. Because if it is all about this life, the very logic of gratitude would break down. If it's all about this life, then, well, since there is no further reward, well, why should I be grateful for I have when someone has much more than I do? Why should I be grateful for being as intelligent as I am when someone is far more brilliant than I am? if you don't have the principle, well, there's a hereafter to equal everything out. So those who were smart enough to become doctors and those who are not smart enough will become doctors, it will all be worked out in terms of accountability and responsibility. That is what enables the principle of gratitude. Because then you could say, well, I'm grateful not just for what I have on this earth, but I'm grateful for the compensation in the hereafter for what I don't have on this earth. Without that, the philosophical integrity of gratitude becomes problematic.